Hi guys, they here for the Financial Couple, and on today's video we're going to be talking about how to become a millionaire with only $5 per day, so please stay tuned. Alright, so before we actually go over this method, I just wanted to cover 4 main points that will be vital for this process. For the first point is that when you usually ask someone on how to become a millionaire, you'll often hear that all you have to do is just to keep working hard and then just to keep saving. And I'm sorry to break the news guys, but that's extremely false. That will not happen if you just do that, and I can actually prove it right now. So let's say that you just keep saving those $5 each year. So that will be $5 times 365. That'll give you a total of $1,825. Now, let's say that you just keep doing that same thing for over 100 years. That way you're going to be getting $182,500. And that's nowhere near close to be a millionaire. So that will be the first point. Point number 2 is inflation, which is also considered the tax for the poor. Now, this means that if you just keep your money in the bank, you're actually going to be losing money. By this, I mean that every single year when it comes to milk or eggs or bread, they go up in price. And if you just keep that money there, it's just going to give you less and less opportunity to buy those kind of things. Point number 3 is to have a long-term vision. And by this, I mean that you should always be looking 10, 20, 30, even 40 years ahead of you. I promise you that time is just gonna fly and you will not be able to believe how fast everything went. Many of you guys probably have jobs that offer you a 401k, but I strongly suggest that you start your own way of retirement in case that something doesn't go as planned. And for point number 4 is that you should teach yourself about financial literacy. Oftentimes when we go to school, we learn about math, we learn about science, we learn about history, we learn a second language, but they never really tell us what a bank account is or how a 401k works or how about investing money. Those kind of things are for you to learn on your own, and I promise you that if you do that, it will benefit you in the long run. Now, before we start saving $5 per day, I know there's going to be a lot of people that say, hey man, I can't even do that, I just have a paycheck to paycheck kind of situation, and that is a first step to actually accomplish this system. And by that, I mean that you need to be able that you stop wasting your money on expensive coffees, on going out every single weekend, and of those meals or drinks that cost you and are draining you. Once you start doing that, now the second step is to increase your income. And by that, I mean that you should start looking for a side hustle. Whether you start your own YouTube channel, you can sell stuff on eBay. There are multiple side hustles that you can do to get some extra money that will allow you to save $5 per day. Finally, for step number 3, once you have already stopped spending money on things that you don't need, and once you have started increasing your income with different streams, what you have to do is to start investing your money. And for this example, we're going to be investing our money to the S&P 500, which takes into account the 500 most important companies in the United States, since its average rate of return is of 9.8% in the last 90 years. But now you might be wondering, how can I start investing my money? Well, the first step is that you need to find a broker. A broker will work just as opening a bank account. Some companies that will do that for you will be TD Ameritrade, Fidelity, and Vanguard, just to name a few. Once you have opened an account, you're going to start looking for ETFs that relate to the S&P 500. Now, an ETF is an exchange-traded fund. To name a few, we have the Vanguard S&P 500, ticker symbol VOO. We also have the SPDR S&P 500 ETF Trust with a ticker symbol SPY. And then just to give you guys a third example, we have iShares Core S&P 500 with a ticker symbol IVV. So now let's go ahead and do the math. So if we have $5 for every single day, that means that we'll have $1,825 each year because we just did $5 times 365. And now if we take into account that the S&P 500 gives a 9.8% of return each year on average based on the 90 years, we're just going to be very conservative and say that it is actually 8%. Now, if we keep doing this for 50 years, we'll see that with the power of compound interest. As a fun fact, Albert Einstein once said that compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. After 50 years, we'll have $1,130,900. If we compare this to just saving your money, like a lot of people say, we'll see that if we just multiply 1,825, which is how much you will be making each year, times 50, it will only give you 91,250, which is nowhere near being a millionaire. Now, in order to be successful with this system, there's only 3 things that you need to do. The first one is to be disciplined, to make sure that you start saving those $5 for the long run. The second one is that you need to be patient, because yes, I know that it's going to take 50 years, but it's not going to happen in 1, 2, nor 3 years. You need to be able to hold everything for the long term. And the third one is to take action. So many times you're going to come with great ideas, but if you just put them on a paper and never execute, you're never going to see if they would have worked or not. So make sure that you take action, because taking action is king. I hope that this helped you guys. I hope that this really changed your perspective on how to save money and what to do with your money. Again, this is just an example. There might be other systems that might work to become a millionaire, but this is just one of them. Now, the question of the day is, would you like to be a millionaire? And if that's the case, what are you doing towards that goal? Let me know in the comment section. If you guys found this video helpful, please help me by hitting the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you know when the next video is up. Follow us on Instagram at The Financial Couple. If you guys have any questions, please link them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And besides that, I will see you guys in the next video.